So we back at it for another one. We're talking about land this time, and we're talking about group economics and mathematics. We're going to do some calculating. This is how the land looks. By the way, this is 63 acres in Tennessee for $550,000. That's the carved out land right there. This is how it looks. You know, this right here, this is prime. This is prime. You can go in there and get what you got to get. As far as gains and food, you can domesticate. You can do what you have to do. Right here in these areas, these can be tiny houses. If you want to grow your own food, you have that option. That's not an issue. I'm sure there's local pantries by. Most important thing is that everyone knows each other and the community is safe. That's the most important thing. All right, so this is how the land looks. This is how it looks. Now, again, counties, they keep record of who's going to get locked up and go to prison. They keep count of who's going to go to college, who's going to go to grade school. They keep count of who's going to get hired, okay, and who's going to make what type of money. This is what counties are for. They keep records of that stuff. All right, so now let's do some math. We want to get 550,000 with 20 people and 20 women and 20 men. If they have kids, that's perfect. You know what I mean? Because we need the kids to come and take over for the next commencement. We need children to take over for the next commencement. Okay, because the Amish, they did this. The Amish, they did this. They did this in northern Michigan. They're doing it right now. So let's see if we can copy what they're doing, and let's make sure that we can get back to where we were when we were doing a lot better, like in the 1700s. So let's do this math. Let's see if we can get it. We're working 40 hours per week for 1 year. Okay, 3 weeks in a month times 12 times let's see how much we're getting paid. We're getting paid $11 an hour times 40 people. All right, so that's the number we got right here. That's more than enough to get this land and to settle the attorney fees. That's more than enough money. So we didn't even count whether or not, some of these people had pensions. Maybe they're retired. We didn't count that. We just said we want 40 people to work for 1 year, working 40 hours a week. So that can be at Amazon, whatever you're doing. That could be at a grocery store. That could be at a nursing home. That can be at a stadium, if you're doing sports. That could be at a barber shop, whatever it is, right? That's more than enough money to get this land. Now let's kind of see how the land will look and what we could do. Okay, so we can domesticate deer in here because deer, they like to eat from the nature. They like to eat from the grass. They like to eat from the trees. We could let's see what else we could do. We can knock some of this out right here and lay some water down so we can have a pond where we can domesticate fish. We could do something like that and have all the tiny houses in this area and in this area. This can be where the kids can play. They can go over here somewhere and they can play. This is something we can do. All right. I don't hear a lot of people saying we should practice group economics. I don't hear a lot of people saying we should go the route of, doing book entries as far as mathematics. you know, because we need to really count and keep receipts of what it is that we need in order to keep a land stable and to keep it up and running. Okay, so if we have all of this right here, we can, you know, we have our pickup trucks, we have our cars or whatnot, our RVs. We don't want cars, we want RVs and pickup trucks, you know, because we got families. All right, so we can do that. The vans, we got the vans. This is more than enough to get us started and to make sure that, you know, we have a network, you know, because like if we're going to resettle families, we need to make sure that, you know, we're able to do this. We're able to do this. Again, like the kids, they'll be fine, right? They can play here. They can play in these areas. You know, the main thing is that we have this land affixed with property. The kids can go and play wherever they want, right? These could be trails. You know, if you want a trail, we can have trails. You know, we can turn this place into a city and we could do something like this. You only get at best 80 years to live. You know, some of us have already lived a quarter of that. You know what I mean? So it's like, what better avenue should we take in order to achieve, you know, a microcosm of living on this type of land? You see what I'm saying? This is land that we could ultimately domesticate with wildlife. This is land that we can seed as far as agriculture. This is land that we can do something like that with. So like, this is basically all I want to say is that, you know, we need to put our thinking caps on and like really wonder about, you know, what should be our next move as African Americans, as blacks in America. Every family in America can be divided into, you know, one subgroup of 40 people, and they can actually do something like this throughout America. Like we can actually resettle these lands. Anybody have any feedback, any add-ons? Please do leave them in the chat. I'll get to it, and I'll see you all on the next one. Great peace, Yakoki.